Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Deffinition, and this is the channel where they all float. If you can't wait for the release of It Chapter 2 and also don't have the time to read the massive epic that is Stephen King's novel, then this is the video for you. Throughout this I'll be going through the entire ending of It and giving my thoughts on how this may translate to the upcoming film. I'll be using clips from both the original TV miniseries and the new films just to kinda iterate the points, so some characters may look slightly different at certain points in the video. There will be heavy spoilers here, so if you don't want anything potentially ruined about it, then I highly recommend that you turn off now. I've just finished the book myself and it's definitely worth checking out if you enjoy the films. With that out of the way, I just want to give a huge thank you for clicking this video. Now let's get into my breakdown of It. Okay, so unlike the first film, the book isn't told in chronological order, with the perspective constantly jumping back and forth between the characters' childhood and adulthood. At its core though, the ending of It centres around the reformation of the Losers Club. Mike has silently stayed in Derry whilst the rest of the Losers Club have gone on to lead pretty successful lives in their respective professions, but after the death of Adrian Mellon at the Derry Carnival, he recontacts the group to carry out their oath. Bill has gone on to become a successful horror author and he lives with his wife Audra, who plays into the story later on. Beverly is a fashion designer who is married to an abusive husband named Tom. Eddie runs a limo company. Richie is a successful comedian. Ben is an architect and Stan is an accountant. All of them reluctantly answer the call except for Stan, who soon after hanging up slits his wrists in the bathtub. It's safe to say that the film is carrying this across, as in the promotional material, Stan is missing at the restaurant. At this restaurant they reunite and they begin to slowly be tormented by Pennywise, who throughout the book manifests in different forms to try and dissuade them from going to his lair. He even frees Henry Bowers from the mental hospital that he's been stuck in since a kid, and after a confrontation with Mike, the character is killed. Mike is hospitalised and at one point has to fight off a nurse that's been possessed by Pennywise. It's really scary stuff and pretty much put me off ever going to the ER even if my arm's been bitten off. Pennywise also reaches out to Beverly's husband Tom and orders him to capture Bill's wife, which he does, and then he takes her to Pennywise's lair where Tom dies from seeing its true form and Audra goes into a catatonic state. Now whilst all of this is going on, the Losers Club are slowly remembering their childhood and gaining strength. There's an awesome chapter where Mike brings Bill his old bike Silver back, and this reminds the character of happier times. With their newfound unity, the group minus Mike descend into the sewers, and it's at this point that they come face to face with Pennywise, who is taken on the form of a giant spider. Here they perform what's known as the Ritual of Chud, which is a very higher dimensional, esoteric moment that sees Bill and Richie enter Pennywise's mind to try and fight him. If you remember from the first film, the belief that they can beat Pennywise almost transforms the weapons that they use, and Eddie, who believes that his inhaler has acid in it, sprays it in the creature's face, which hurts it pretty badly. Pennywise isn't out of the fight yet though, and he kills Eddie. Those who didn't enter Pennywise's mind discover that Pennywise is actually female and has laid eggs, and Ben destroys them whilst Bill and Richie inside Pennywise's body find its heart and destroy it. Bill finally kills Pennywise and he and Richie manage to escape, which is when the group leave the lair with Audra and Eddie's body. Now I don't think that this part will happen in the film, as there are rumours that there could be a third iteration, excuse the pun, but at this point all of the scars that Pennywise inflicted on them as kids disappear, which indicate that the creature is finally dead. At this point Derry begins to flood and the downtown area of the city collapses, which for those who've read the book will understand that Pennywise is Derry and Derry is Pennywise, so without the creature the town cannot exist. Mike moves on and begins a new life, Ben and Beverly become an item, and Richie returns to California. Bill stays in Derry with his wife and together they ride on Silver, which wakes her up out of her catatonic state and she finally comes back to life, free from Pennywise because of the love of Bill. This ends the book and I can see the film adapting the majority of this due to its lengthy runtime. The Ritual of Chud is going to be in the film, and this will no doubt be one of the most thrilling scenes in the movie that I think will take a trek through the history of Derry and even showcase when Pennywise first came to the town. Now, the rumoured follow-up film will apparently focus on the children of the Losers Club returning to the area to discover that Pennywise has not been defeated. The movie will also apparently show Pennywise's origin story and follow his journey through landing in Derry and allowing a settlement to be formed there so that he always had a steady supply of food for when he slipped out of hibernation. If It Chapter 2 is indeed the biggest horror movie of all time, as it's predicted to be, then I can definitely see them heading down this route, potentially not killing Pennywise at the end of the film, or letting one of its eggs survive. Either way, I'm really excited for the movie and I can't wait to see what it delivers in September. If you haven't read the book but this video has piqued your interest, then I definitely recommend that you pick it up. It's hard to do the work justice, but it's the epitome of great storytelling and has so many amazing moments in it that it's difficult to really ding it for anything other than its length. I'd of course love to hear your thoughts on the book if you've read it, and if not, then let me know what you hope to see from this video in the final cut. If you enjoyed this, then please give it a thumbs up as it massively helps me out, and make sure you check out my video on every time that Pennywise was hidden in the background of a scene, which will be linked at the end. If you want to come talk to me about movies, TV shows, games and comic books, then you can follow me on Twitter at DeffinitionYT. It's the best way to get in touch with me and it's the perfect place to suggest new videos and content, so hopefully I see you over there after this. Also, just want to let you know that we're giving away a free copy of John Wick 3 on Blu-ray, and all you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is to like this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and leave your thoughts on the ending of it in the comment section below. The winner will be chosen at random on September the 10th and the Blu-ray will be shipped out from then to whoever gets the prize, so best of luck to everyone who takes part. This is a channel for people who are mad into movies, so if that's the kind of thing you like, hit subscribe. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. I've been Deffinition, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.